Why, hello everyone. Welcome to Redneck Ways. How's everybody out there in YouTube land? I hope everybody's had fine and dandy. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. It's Saturday afternoon. Actually, evening. I just noticed it's getting late. It's 10 after 6. Been having a windy day here in Kentucky. Well, guys, tonight we're going to piddle with the jukebox a little bit more. And just going to do a few things now. I've worked on the power supply, and I think I still probably have problems with it because I'm a little off on the voltages. It's calling for 8 volts, and on a couple pins, it's down to like 7.5. I don't think that probably would hurt it. I don't know. I don't know how exact these got to be. But so whoever owned the the jukebox before, they had tried to up the voltage by using a diode, because I took this off, took this out because I put everything back to normal. Is that it? Not for sure if that's it or not. Let me see. Let me say here. I don't think it was. This is what they had on it. They had a diode and a resistor, and I guess they was trying to up that voltage up to 8 volts. But like I was saying, it was 7.5, so I put everything back factory. And actually, I didn't get to play, but for one selection, I actually got it to go in and play, make your selection, and then it went through its process and then went to play the record. For some reason, the optical lens or nothing like that kicked in, and the record didn't come on the player, but the computer went through its cycles. But I've only got to do it once, so we're just going to mess with it a little bit more tonight, and I can guarantee you we're going to hear some music out of this before this video is over. I promise you that. But we're just going to do a few little things, guys. All I know at this point, just tinker around with it and just see what we can do. I believe the computer needs sent off and checked, and I did put a battery in it. The battery, I don't have it on me, for the memory was dead. It only had like a 0.001 volt. So I put in it called for a 3 volt battery. I had a 3 volt lithium battery laying around from a security system that I had switched the battery out here a while back, and the lithium was down to 2.7, but that was enough for the memory to hold, because I was going to program this to free play. And that's another problem that I'm having. You're supposed to be able to hold the popular button on the settings, which is right here. You're supposed to be able to hold this down, and then on the other board, which I don't have, it's over in the shop, it will you'll be able, when you hold this down, put in your code for free play, and I can't even get that done. And also, I noticed on this keypad, the number 8 is not working. So that's what we're going to do first right now. First thing we're going to do, I was looking up in there, see, I saw something in there stuck, but first thing, we're going to take this off, and we're going to take some alcohol, and we're going to see if we can clean the contacts, and hopefully we can at least get the 8 working. It's just like a bunch of little things like this. I don't know how this jukebox got in such bad shape, and another thing is wrong with it is the dollar changer, and I've been trying to figure out how to disconnect it completely out of the system, because it's actually causing problems with the power supply. Where the main power wire comes down, it's linked in to the phono harness, that the voltage goes from there to the phono, and it's all hooked into one. And if you barely bump those 2 wires that go to the dollar changer, then it kicks the amplifier, it kicks everything off. And I'm also on the power supply, and there's 3 different LED lights. There's a 28 AC vote, there's a 28 vote DC, and there's another 10 vote DC. I have to be 100% correct on that, but my 28 vote AC LED stays out most of the time, but sometimes it comes on. And I believe that motor that turns the turntable is a 28 AC volt system. So what I think about doing on that, once I'm 100% sure it's AC and not DC, is I've got another mine went blank, transformer that we can get different voltages, and I believe there's a setting on there for 28 AC volts. So we're going to hook that straight to the turntable and see if we at least get some movement on the wheel. We're going to see something in this video. But first of all, we're going to see if we can clean this, guys. Alright guys, what I'm wanting to do, I got to take the buttons off so they don't fall on the floor on us and lose one. Reset popular. It has some torque screws here. I'm going to take these out. And even though I probably have to send the computer, I've been having fun. And that's the thing about it. This just to have fun working on this. This is my first time I ever got to work on a jukebox, so it's been very interesting. Let's take this apart, if it will. Is it going to come apart? It don't seem. Alright. Don't want to break anything. I don't know if it comes off. I thought that would just pop off of there, but it's on there pretty daggone strong. Am I missing a screw? Yeah, that's on there solid. Now I wonder why it was screwed in. Because it's not going to come off without breaking something. Alright, I'm just going to put the screws. I guess I'll just have to try to spray down in there. That kind of stinks. I was wanting to get on top of that contact. Let me look at this off camera, guys. Alright, guys. Yeah, you can't get those off. What it is, you got to push each tab. You got to push like that tab right there in. And you would have to do that for every one of those. So, there's no way for me to do that. What I did, I just took some contact cleaner and I sprayed number 8. That's as good as I can get, and then I sprayed the contacts, and I'll take a cleaning pad and go across those and clean those up a little bit too. So let's go over and where the jukebox is. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the little push button thing back in. Y'all may hear that door. Wind's blowing like crazy, and I tried to get it not to move, but it did. I cleaned it the best I could. I'm also going to go over the pins, guys. Clean these pins up. Take a drill for one of these non-scratch pads and just clean these pins up as good as I can get. This old jukebox sure has a lot of problems. I don't know if it's because a lot of different people worked on it, maybe. I don't know. It definitely got a lot of problems. Clean those. And also, I'm going to spray these real quick. And I forgot my spray. Alright, I'm just going to spray each pinhole here. that. Now I can get that there. Alright. Got all those clean. I'll let that set and dry for a minute. You never want to just turn something on after you spray, guys. But this about 5 minutes, this will be dry. And then we'll plug all that back up and get everything put back together. And what I'm going to do, guys, because I know it's not going to play, but I want to at least see the turntable move. I want to see that little motor work. And I looked around. I believe it's 28 volts AC. Now I have a CDM, a CBM, excuse me. Let me get it over here. And that's what it is, my own little transformer. And I got a lot of different voltages here I can pick from. And pin 7 and 6, we can get 25.5 volts. That should be enough AC voltage to see that little turntable move. I think that's what's going on. I'm not getting no voltages on it, which it is saying on the transformer the LED light does not come on for the 20. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. But that's what we're getting ready to do. So let that dry. We'll get that installed before we get ahead of ourselves. Alrighty, guys. I just sprayed this out. I sprayed it with contact cleaner. I'm letting it sit here and dry. You always want to wait 5 to 10 minutes when you spray something. You don't want to cause no fires. And then we're going to plug everything up, and I'm going to show you what it's doing right now. And then I've got a CBM here that old feller made a long time ago, back in '96 actually. And we have 25 volts on pin 7 and pin 6. So I'm going to run it right here to the turntable motor and see if we get some voltage. Because I've checked this, and I'm supposed to have 28 volts and don't have nothing. So, and I've got to fix this green wire. I forgot about that. So I got to replace this. It broke off. So let me let this up here dry, and we'll get our keypad back in the circuit, and I'll be back, and we'll turn her on, and I'll show you what it's not doing. We will listen to this. We'll hear something out of it, I promise you guys, before the video's over. Alrighty, guys, I was plugging everything up. Anyway, I went to fix that green wire, which I showed you all, that broke. And I got looking a little bit closer. The white wire with the blue stripe had burned off. Now, I guarantee that happened when I plugged in the dollar changer. But we're going to keep our eye on that. I'm heating up the soldering iron right now. And we're getting that put back. And get that clip back into the circuit. But yeah, it had popped. It burnt that little wire. So it somehow it had too much juice on it. Now, I checked all these before I plugged it in, and they was all correct with DC voltage. So yeah, there's problems, guys. So I'm gonna get this soldered in, and I'll be back. I just want to show you all that. And guys, I forgot to tell you what wire that was. And we were just talking about the turntable, right? That's what it was. It wasn't the actual voltage, the 28 volts, but it was the turntable signal. Let's see. Let me find it here. White. That's the kids in the background, guys, having a good time playing outside. We had a new family move in with kids, and I tell you, it brightens up the whole neighborhood when you have young kids running around playing. But this was, I don't know. Okay, white with blue stripe is your turntable motor signal. So that's what snapped. It's supposed to have 28 DC volts on it. So we'll check that here as soon as I get everything soldered back in place. Alright guys, let's get these wires soldered back in place. I had to buy this silver core solder. I'm not too happy with it, but I guess it does the job. The first tip, I had to buy a new soldering iron from Walmart because I accidentally left my other one on overnight. The tip that I got bit, it sucked. It was horrible. Couldn't get it where it would solder. I did everything you're supposed to do when you get a new tip, but it didn't work. So anybody buying one of these cheaper soldering irons from Walmart, be cautious with the tips. And they used to give you an extra tip with them. Now it just comes with the soldering iron. Alright, we got that back in place. Nice and soldered. So let's clip that in. That just goes back up in here and clips in like this. I may have bent it. For some reason I don't want to go back in. Alright guys, I got it all in there. I had too much solder on it. It didn't want to go back in its place. Well, we got it. On the white with green stripe, I just soldered the wire back on and heat shrink it. So, we got everything back on. So, time to hook everything back up. I've already got the keypad in place and hook back up. So let's go ahead and hook up the board here, not board, but the harness, and see what we get. Alrighty guys, let's see what she does. Let's kick her on. We're not supposed to have any locks come on here until we put code in, which I know we're going to have. But let's see what it does. Okay, we got it. We're on over here on our switch. We got our trans motor. We got our so let's see. Let's put a manual credit. Let's see what we can get up here, and we're going 101. 101. See if it does anything. I don't hear nothing. Normal. We got our 8. We got our 8 on our keypad, guys. That's good. I did fix something. We did fix something. 8 is working, but I'm not getting any movement on the arm here. Our wire, our eyes trying to. I've got to look back and see if this has got to be set at a certain, certain number. There's just so much to it, guys. Let's see. I'll hit one of these switches here. Well, that's something new. What happens if I hit this one? Well, that was for the kicks the amp on. When that kicks in, our cancel button works. Well, at least we got the 8 number. It's the small, like I was saying earlier, guys. Probably going to have to send this board and this board off to get it tested to see if that's okay. If I can still find a person that'll do that. And in the meantime, I need to get rid of this because I'm pretty sure that is what messed my white wire blue stripe. I think that's what shorted it out. So far, it's holding. It's holding. But let me see. Let's try another. We're back at 199. Let's do another free credit. See, I don't know why it don't give me my full board up here. It's supposed to be a 2727, but see, the 2s look like C's. Let's see if we got our free play 182.5. $167. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's happening, is it, guys? Clear. And I did put a new battery in our computer. I only got this to play through its selections once. This didn't kick on, but the computer went through its motions. I don't know why only one time. 128. I don't know if the manual credit is not working. See how I can kick the amplifier in when this cam comes down. It turns it on, see? And then when it kicks, when you take the bow back up, it kicks the amp off. That kicks it on. I just learned that. So that'll put the record on. And the amplifier is in. Okay, I still got a lot of probably going through. Good thing is we're not burning anything down. Now we got 1099 up here. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Let's push 185. I think it's just neat we got our 8 back on our keypad. So something's not picking up. And I think it's the 28 volts for our motor here. And I was going to use that CBM, but I'm going to do a little bit more research to make sure this is an AC motor. Don't want to put in AC if it's DC, you know what I mean? I think it's about time to break down and get a schematic for it. Alright guys. Like I said, I promised y'all we're going to hear some music out of it, and that's what we're going to do. So, let me get do my magic, and we'll listen to some of these songs on here. Okay, guys, I am back, and it has been a couple of days since the first part of this video. What I was going to do, which I already did, and I was saying that we was going to listen to this. Well, we're going to have to postpone that, guys. But what I did, I just put Bluetooth on it. And here's my little Bluetooth. And I just ran it straight into where the needle goes. But I can't power it up right now because I've got everything unhooked. I found a couple problems. I went ahead and I started just recapping the whole thing. So on the central control computer, oh, sorry about that loud noise. I went ahead and recapped that, and I looked this board over really good about 3 times. And then right when I was getting ready to come in to get this board to recap it, I noticed, which I don't think it's on. Yep, right here it is. This transistor got it. It bit the dust. The battery, when the old battery sat there for years, it ate this transistor up, guys. It's a SA56 or MPSA56. I believe I can substitute it for a BC556 or a BC560. But I didn't have any of that in my stash, so I'm just going to have to order. And actually, I'm replacing all these, at least these 4, because if that one got corroded, I'm sure these other ones are pretty corroded too. Which it don't look like it, but you never know. I'm going to change them. So that's probably one of the problems with this board. I'm sure it is. So I've got to put an order in, guys. And also I'm going to order the capacitors for the power supply. Put new caps in it. I'm recapping the whole thing. I've got to, while I'm waiting for the order to come in, I've got to figure out how I can just get away from this dollar changer. I need for this to be out of the whole circuit. And I've got to try to see if I can find something on the internet to do that. The power cord runs over here into the phono power. These 3 wires are for the dollar changer. And I think it's messing it up. It may not be doing it. They have, whoever owned it before me, they unhooked this, and that's the power that goes to this. But when you hook this up, like I was saying earlier in the video, this LED comes on, fault. So, and also when I hooked it up, it blew this blue wire, which the blue wire with the, or the white wire with the blue stripe is, I keep forgetting, white with red, right there, blue. It is the turntable motor signal. So it kept burning, it blew that, so I had to fix that. So I want to get that plumb out of the circuit, because the videos that's helped me this far, they don't have this in, the circuit. I need to get that out because it's not working. Maybe when I get the jukebox playing, I can go back to this and maybe go through it and clean it, maybe find out what's going on with it. But I'm going to have this on free play, so it doesn't really matter. It's got to stay in here because there's a cutout up here. So if you didn't have it in here, it wouldn't look right. So it's got to stay with the machine, but I've got to get it disconnected. I believe there is no bad hum or nothing. So these 2 caps here, I think I'm going to leave alone for right now on the amplifier. Well, what's keeping me from doing this? Oh, it's the power cord. But there's the amplifier, and it seems like it's doing okay. It's not humming. It actually sounds good. It sounds good with the Bluetooth. I mean, but you know, it's a jukebox. We got to get it going. The Bluetooth is a good you know, extra bonus on it. But we got to get the record player working, guys. Alrighty. It's actually Tuesday evening. So, I've got to order parts on this, guys. So, it'll probably be about a week before we get back on it. Hope everybody is doing good. Everybody's having a great week. Hope everybody's enjoying March. It's been windy here in Kentucky. So, alrighty, guys. Until the next one, I'll see you right here at Redneck Ways. I gotta get online and get some parts. But we'll get these changed out. I'm sure that's probably one of our biggest problems right now. And these caps were bad too. And that's when I tested this one here, and I found it was bad. I was like, okay, that might be the problem. So I switched them all over, and then I seen that right before I went. It's crazy because I scanned this and I missed that 2 or 3 times. A transistor. It looks like see, there's another one. Or is that the same one I was showing you? I think that was the one I was showing you. Alrighty, guys. And also, I've got to go up to the battery terminal and buy a new 3-volt battery. This one is a little weak. So I like to, when I get everything finished, make sure I have have a new battery in it. I'll just put that in for testing purposes. Alright, guys. Until the next one, I'll see you right here at Redneck Ways. Bye, guys.